If I told you that more than 2,100 years ago, people built a mechanical device capable of calculating the movements of the sun, the moon, and even predicting eclipses, you would probably assume it was the plot of a science fiction story. Because the existence of such advanced technology in the ancient world simply doesn't fit with the way we understand history. But this is not a legend. This is the story of a real device. Today, many scientists describe it as the world's oldest known analog computer. But how did such an extraordinary technology come into existence? And more importantly, why was it completely forgotten for centuries? To answer those questions, we need to travel back to the year 1900. That year, a group of sponge divers from the Greek island of Symi were caught in a violent storm while working in the Mediterranean Sea. Searching for shelter, they anchored near the small island of Antikythera. While waiting for the weather to improve, one of the divers descended into the sea. About 50 meters below the surface, he discovered a sight that would change history forever. Scattered across the seabed lay the remains of a massive ancient shipwreck, surrounded by bronze statues, marble sculptures, amphorae, and hundreds of priceless artifacts. The discovery quickly attracted the attention of the Greek government, and in 1901, an official recovery expedition began. Over the following months, countless historical treasures were brought to the surface, but among all those remarkable finds were a few heavily corroded pieces of bronze that almost everyone ignored. At first glance, they looked like nothing more than broken fragments of metal. For years, they remained quietly stored inside a museum, until one archaeologist noticed something extraordinary. Hidden inside one of the corroded fragments was a perfectly crafted bronze gear. That single discovery changed everything. Finding such a precisely manufactured mechanical gear inside a ship believed to date back to the ancient world was something no one had expected. At first, researchers had no idea what they were looking at. Some believed it might have been part of an ancient clock. Others dismissed it as nothing more than a random collection of broken metal pieces. But as technology advanced, so did the investigation. Modern X-ray imaging and three-dimensional CT scanning revealed hidden gears, shafts, and an incredibly sophisticated mechanical system concealed beneath centuries of corrosion. The researchers were astonished. This was no ordinary instrument. It was an extraordinarily complex calculating machine built from dozens of perfectly interconnected bronze gears. Even more surprising, scientific analysis showed that it had been constructed more than 2,100 years ago. This was not simply another archaeological discovery. It forced historians to rethink everything they believed about the technological capabilities of the ancient world. Because now an even greater question emerged: how could people living over 2 millennia ago design and build such an astonishing machine? And if they possessed this knowledge, why did it disappear for centuries? As scientists continued examining the mechanism, they realized it was far more than a simple astronomical instrument. Hidden beneath the layers of corrosion were dozens of bronze gears, connected through incredibly precise mathematical ratios. Every gear had been carefully designed to perform a specific calculation. When a small hand crank on the side of the device was turned, every gear began moving together. But the movement wasn't driving just a single pointer. On the front of the mechanism, the indicators displayed the positions of the sun and the moon, while also showing the current phase of the moon. Even more remarkably, The mechanism mechanically reproduced the moon's irregular motion caused by its elliptical orbit, an engineering achievement that was centuries ahead of its time. Yet, the most fascinating part of the device was hidden on its back. There, spiral dials tracked long astronomical cycles. One represented the 19-year Metonic cycle, allowing the synchronization of the solar and lunar calendars. Another followed the Saros cycle, a period of approximately 18 years and 11 days. Ancient astronomers knew that this cycle was closely connected to the repetition of solar and lunar eclipses. Using this knowledge, the mechanism could predict when future eclipses were expected to occur. But the device did far more than observe the sky. Research suggests that it could also display ancient calendar systems and even determine the dates of major Pan-Hellenic games, including the Olympic Games. In other words, it combined astronomy, timekeeping, and calendars into a single mechanical instrument. But how was something this sophisticated actually built? Even today, manufacturing precision gears requires remarkable engineering. More than 2,000 years ago, every single bronze component had to be crafted by hand. The smallest manufacturing error could have ruined the entire calculation. That is why many researchers believe the Antikythera Mechanism was not the work of an ordinary craftsman. Whoever designed it possessed an extraordinary understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and mechanical engineering. For this reason, many scientists frequently describe the Antikythera Mechanism as the world's oldest known analog computer. Of course, it did not function like the electronic computers we use today. Yet the underlying principle was surprisingly similar. A user provided an input by turning the handle. The gears mechanically processed that information, and the results appeared on the device's displays. It was, in essence, a machine built to process information. Yet an even greater mystery remained. Who created such an extraordinary piece of technology? And why did the knowledge behind it almost completely disappear? Even today, one of the greatest mysteries surrounding the Antikythera Mechanism is the identity of its creator. No inventor's name appears on the device, and no historical document definitively identifies who built it. Nevertheless, researchers have proposed several compelling theories. One of the leading ideas is that the mechanism was based on the astronomical work of Hipparchus. Another suggests that it was constructed on the island of Rhodes, one of the most important scientific and educational centers of the ancient world. Some historians also believe that the mechanical innovations of Archimedes may have inspired its design. But none of these theories has ever been conclusively proven. An equally fascinating question remains: why did this technology vanish? If people were capable of building such an extraordinary machine more than 2,000 years ago, why do we find almost nothing comparable in the centuries that followed? No one knows for certain. Historians believe that changing priorities within the Roman world, economic decline, the loss of highly skilled craftsmen, and interruptions in the transmission of knowledge may all have played a role. Perhaps this technology was never widespread. Perhaps only a handful of master engineers truly understood how to build it. And when they disappeared, their knowledge disappeared with them. Yet the Antikythera Mechanism did not keep all of its secrets forever. In 2005, advanced three-dimensional X-ray imaging revealed details that had remained hidden for centuries. Researchers managed to read nearly 2,000 characters engraved on the surviving fragments. These inscriptions contained operating instructions, astronomical information, and valuable clues about the calendars the mechanism was designed to track. Today, scientists have used this evidence to create digital reconstructions and fully functioning replicas of the device. Even so, many questions remain unanswered. What did the missing parts look like? How many gears did the original mechanism actually contain? Could it calculate the movements of all the known planets? Or did it possess capabilities we have not yet discovered? Perhaps future discoveries will answer some of those questions. But the greatest lesson of the Antikythera mechanism is not simply what it could do. It is what it reveals about us. For generations, we believed the ancient world was technologically limited. Yet this small bronze device, resting silently beneath the sea for more than 2,000 years, revealed that our ancestors may have possessed engineering knowledge far beyond what we once imagined. Perhaps the greatest loss was not the sinking of the mechanism itself. Perhaps the greatest loss was the knowledge that made it possible, and who knows? Somewhere beneath the waters of the Mediterranean, hidden among undiscovered shipwrecks, there may still be secrets waiting to rewrite the history of human civilization.